Hey everybody, it's Will from Tip, and today I'm going to be talking about roofing marketing, roofing SEO. If anybody's offering you a free marketing audit, it is free to you, but it's not free to them. So I'm going to show you how much legwork it really truly takes to understand if you can actively grow within the next 3 to 9 months with your roofing company. And we do this for metal roofers, gutters, anything home improvement, but I'm going to use roofing as an example here. So the first thing that needs to be happening is hopefully they send you a form for information to fill out. We have one of those on our website where a lot of this information can actually be expedited in the process. But I'm going to have to find out, for example, your name, all this information in here. And so we couldn't find a software that did this great work for us. So we actually built the system out of Google Sheets. It helps streamline the process and get things done. But let's jump into it. So all the business information, and what's really important is how big your territory size is. So if you've got a roofing company, it's at 1, 2, 3, 4 Main Street. How far are you willing to drive from your business to a potential client, a customer? Is it 15, 30, 45, maybe it's even bigger. So anytime we actually make an input and find an answer, we put this information in here. Then we need to understand who in your company should we contact. So obviously you're the big decision maker, you're the owner, right? But you may have a manager, you may have someone head of sales, someone head of infield operations, the supervisor. It's really important that if we have a question, we don't always have to go to the owner. We can be known in there and that we're part of that team. That's what an agency should actually strive to be a part of. By understanding that, if there's a question I have in sales, I can go right to the sales manager. If there's a problem or a bigger issue, obviously I'm going to go to the owner, but I might email 2, 3 people at one time with a topic so everybody can get back to me with their ideas. Remember, the whole thing is we need to know as much about your company as possible so that when we put out content, optimize things for you, build a website, whatever we're doing on the marketing and branding, it's actually something that you do and something you can make good on. So once that information is done, what we do is we go through these processes and we start checking these things off. Like, did we describe the agreement potential for us? So between our two companies, 25% up front, 75% upon completion for everything. Here's the pricing. Here's everything. Once we complete this, you can see when I uncheck it, it says 0 and it goes to 100%. So then we'll send you to a page on our website that has, for example, how to give us access to everything that we need to actually make good on whatever you want us to achieve within your marketing. Your domain, Google business profile, consult, so on and so forth. Every time we check it off, it gives us a green star, a green box. We can go forward with that next step. So after we have all that information, an agency should be looking at the top 5, not the top 3, not the top 10, because top 3 Google Maps and websites, they fluctuate literally on a daily basis. Okay, so I want to know who is outside the top 3 that could very well get in the top 3. Once you put the names in here, let's just go ABC and then XYZ, AB123, AB124, AB1234, 5, or whatever it is. When these names come in here, they'll populate and everything else I need to ask on a call with you guys. I want to find out, for example, how many reviews they have. Then I'll put in your reviews and it'll actually calculate how many reviews we need to get so that we're at the top 3 of Google Maps. That's really, really important. So for example, in this one right in here, this is fake information. For ABC, we need about 30 of them to compete and always outrank them. So if we're looking at 12 months, that's probably anywhere from 2 to 3 reviews. Unfortunately, if we were trying to compete with XYZ to get the number 1 ranking, I'm going to need about 630 from you, maybe 500. Now, on the frequency of online reviews, that's really important as well. So the sooner you start getting reviews, the better. Okay, the longer the review is in terms of how long you got it, 3-4 years ago, that holds greater weight in the eyes of Google too. So what we want to look at is, say, roughly, if we could get anywhere from 30 to 50 reviews, we got a good chance of getting in the top 3. But if you want to stay at the top 3 in Google Maps against some of these other roofing companies in your area, you're going to need 100. And here's why. You can get to the top 3 really quickly by having more frequent reviews. But then Google resets and said, yeah, but this bigger company's been around for a lot more and they hold more weight in the community. So there's a lot more that goes into it. That's what you need to know. So by doing this, then we can look at the review score and understanding how much we need to help you improve your online reputation, not just on the number of reviews, but the total quality and score. So if you have a 3.3 or whatever it might be, if your score is 5, I really don't need to make a whole lot of improvements. We just need to get more reviews. But if you have a 3.2, we're really going to have to do some work on coaching you guys on how to get more reviews and better reviews. From here, you should put a note and you should be very detailed. For example, ABC, we're going to need to just continually get 5-star reviews, but we're going to need 30 to make sure we're always ranking higher than them. So in the next 12 months, what we're looking at is 2 to 3 reviews a month. If we can get more than that, that'd be great. That would literally be the note that's right here. And so it's a full strategy we're trying to put together so that you know how to beat each and every one of your local roofing companies, okay? From here, then what you're going to do is find out how many local listings. We use SEMrush for almost everything. It's an SEO and website and marketing software. It's truly amazing. But we can go ahead and find out, for example, most roofing companies can rank at the top of Google with a lot of reviews, a lot of great content, a lot of management, but they got to have anywhere from 60 to 80 local listings. So we're going to evaluate those listings like Yelp, like Yellow Pages and all those other ones, and find out which ones we can actually quickly just update for free that will help you boost fast. And what are the paid ones that are truly worth it? For example, sometimes Chamber of Commerce actually works. Sometimes it doesn't. It really needs to look at what your competitors are paying for. And unfortunately, if your competitors are paying for something, it's a good sign that you need to do that as well. From there, then we look at the categories within Google Business Profile. What are the categories that they have that you don't have? And what are the services? So from the service, what we do is we go in here and all of your 5 competitors, we list them all in here. So there'll be duplicates. We'll remove them later. And our whole goal is once we have this solid list of every service that the top ranking ones and everybody has in here, that's when we go ahead and update your profile. Every time we put that new service in there, we click it and it tells us that we're done. Okay. The next step is to find the keywords, and this is where it gets a little bit hairy, and I'm going to actually show you the process. So these are about 80 plus keywords that a roofing company should consider ranking for to drive in new business. And then what you need to do is put in a type or a tag. Like, is it emergency? Is it just a general request? Because when someone goes on Google and they're going to look for a roofing service, it may be a local search term. It may be general. It may be emergency. So we put these tags in there to understand not only how to redesign and recreate a website, but how to do social media posting. If it's an ad, what is the intention? Where is the person coming from? Because those are identifiers to be able to get higher in that search volume and get more clicks and calls. So you'll see, for example, if I was to do asphalt shingle roofing right here, it's a general term. It's also shingle related, and it's different than roofing companies in my area. This is a general, this is a local, this is someone saying I have a shingle roof. So we'll do this for all of the keywords. We already have it for a plug and play. The next thing we need to do is to find out how many local searches are important to your business. So I'm going to use the Boise, Idaho / Ada County as an example. We'll go into SEMrush, and then what we'll do is we'll choose a keyword, and let's just go ahead and say I found that there was roofer. So I'll go into SEMrush right here, and I'll type in roofer, and then I'm going to choose a county like Ada County. And this is the answer it will give me. It'll say there's 30 people within the county, and there's a difficulty of 38. Well, what does that mean to you as a roofing company and as an owner? Well, that means that there's only 30 people a month looking for it. The difficulty is 38. Ideally, what you want to look for is the lowest amount of difficulty with the highest amount of volume. Those are the ones that you guys can really take your company to the next level faster. Obviously, if something had 200, 500 volume a month, it's something that you definitely want to market towards, but that's a long-term goal. When you're hiring a new agency, when you're starting marketing, the first thing that every owner wants to see is results. They want to see better rankings. They want their phones to ring. They want the forms to be filled. So the key thing that you want to do in here is target all the easiest ones first that will generate new business and give good signs to Google that you're doing a good job on local SEO, reputation management, your website's on point, everything is working well. Then you can be the contender for the championship keywords. So if you think about it, if you're just entering in professional boxing or UFC or whatever, you can't step in with the heavyweight champion. You have to start out as a contender, and that's how we look at local marketing. If you're already a contender, the next thing is how do we optimize things and get you to that point? But what we will do is put information in here, okay? And we will fill this information, how much volume, difficulty, CPC will help us tell us when we launch ads on your behalf, how much it's going to cost. And we can also filter all of these things to find out the best 10 to 15 keywords. And I'll go ahead and mark it as a target or not as a target. So once I do this information, me and the team will identify the top 15 for local maps and the top 100 keywords we're going to look at from a website perspective. So we'll go back into the plan. We'll put in our top 15 keywords for your maps that are near me searches, local searches. And then in your website, we'll start evaluating the website overall traffic. What is your traffic? So for example, if your traffic was 140 a month and this client has 250, 500, 750, 1,000, and I'm just making this as a real simple term right in here, I'll see how much traffic we're losing, okay, as a combined effort here and say, well, to compete with them, we need 110, we need 1,000, right? So if I look across the board and I go in total here, we're missing out on around 3,050 website visitors from all your competitors. You'll never get 100% of that. So the key thing here is to look at, okay, how many leads are they possibly getting? Okay, so if they only had 3% conversion from their website, 3 out of 100 people to visit, fill out a form or make a call, they're getting around 4, okay? And at 6%, it's roughly 8. Our goal with every website is to optimize it to the point where it's got 6 to 12% conversion rate. And it's different on different markets. You got a lot of competitors, the chances of you getting 12 to 15% website conversion are nil, okay? They're not. It's not going to happen. Unless you've been doing SEO for 20 years, you hire me and then my agency takes you to that next level, but it really takes a long time to get there. So this will tell us the approximate leads a website can get a month. Next, what we're going to look at is how many keywords are you ranking for? So the real important thing to understand here is it's not about how many keywords, it's what keywords you're ranking for. International roofing means nothing to a Boise roofing company. Okay, no one locally is going to search for international roofing, but international roofing could improve your domain authority, which could increase your likelihood to rank faster. So we play around with those. We find out how many keywords, how many you have, how many they have, how many domains, how many backlinks. All this information is filled out, and that's part of the audit. The next thing is talking about design and content for a website. So we'll go ahead and evaluate, is it poor, is it average, or is it a pro when we discuss about websites for a roofing company, design, content, length versus quality. Do you have service pages? So for example, if you have a shingle roofing page and you have a tile roofing page and you have a flat roof page, if you have them all on the same page, never going to rank. Okay, it's going to take 20 years. Every single page needs to have every single service that it's focusing on. The next thing is, how many cities do you truly service as a roofing company? If you're in Ada County and let's say you have 17 cities technically that you can service, there should be 17 city pages, and every city page should have a brief overview of all roofing services you have. And the link to that goes to that service page we just created, right? Do you have blogs? Are you posting 1 to 3 blogs a month? If you're not, that's not good. Okay, I know that a lot of people say blogging is dead. It is not dead. It actually helps the authority overall and showcase in social media platforms, LinkedIn, a lot of different ways. You need to be blogging, whether it's on your website or whether it's on your social media. And then lastly, are you sharing documents and pictures with your agency on a regular basis? So your gallery is one of the most researched pages in your entire roofing website. It shows all the projects. Now, you don't want to show all your projects on, for example, a tile roofing page. You want to show 1 or 2. Your gallery should actually have all the different types and quick little navigation links on the same page. So you want a lot of different pictures of all your sites, of all your projects. And then what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll manually update this information. So when I create the homepage, me and the team will say, okay, we did the content, we did the design, we did the image SEO, we did the content SEO. We're 4 out of 4, this page is done. And this allows me heading the team up to understand each person on my team that's responsible for this has completed this task, and I'm ready to go ahead and review that finally and then sign off on that page. So you can see how much legwork it takes to get a roofing company truly optimized for local marketing and local SEO from the website, Google business profile, social media profiles, listings, and citations. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to put all of these different services in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and scroll on down here. Let's say it was gutter installation, it was tile roofing, it was all these other ones in here. This will tell me there's 11 pages we need to create. Then we'll go and do the same thing, and it'll tell me this page is done. So the cool thing about this is once we have this information done, we'll then go in and look at the cities. So let me go to city ranks. I'm just going to use Southern California as an example. What we'll do is we'll find, okay, if you're willing to drive, let's say 30 miles or 15 miles in any direction, we'll list all the different cities. Then we're going to list the distance, and we're going to rank how close that distance is to your business. The next thing we're going to do is look at the population. You can see that in column E, and we're going to rank that out. What has the highest amount of population in that area? And then what you need to do is look at the highest amount of income. So what we'll do is take all these three different ranks and rank them on a highest level in here. So for example, this particular client, Santa Clarita, California, is the single biggest city and best city to market in because they have the most amount of money. So once we have these cities, I can then take these cities, go back into our plan for the amount of cities in here, and I could just paste values, and boom, I know that I have 20 city pages that I need to create. At that point in time, we're pretty much done with the audit. You can see that I have a lot of cities that we can build out. Let me go ahead and upsize this. From here, I can say, okay, standard pages, 600. Okay, how many service pages? $100 a piece at 1,100 bucks. How many city pages? At $100 a piece, we're looking at 20. So what are we looking at? Website services. The website's going to cost 4,200 bucks, and because of your service area, it's 1,800 bucks a month. So here's the key thing: it would be $6,000 for month one, and then going forward, it would only be 1,800 bucks a month to do all of your marketing. That includes local SEO, website SEO, social media. Here's the key thing that a lot of agencies won't tell you: the first month is hell for us; it's hell for you. Okay, it's going to take a lot of money. It's going to take a lot of time. After that, what we do is have that specific SEO, content, social media strategy. It should only range anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 a month for a marketing agency. Now, your marketing budget could be anywhere from $500 to $25,000 on paid ads. We wouldn't pay for that, but just from a marketing service alone, this is what you should be looking at when someone does this amount of work, and there's a better likelihood for you to get roofing leads. So this is for roofing, but we also do the same thing for landscaping and gutters and restoration and so on and so forth. But this is how we plan things out. This is how we understand what the website's supposed to look like, what content goes on your Google business profile, what are we going to be doing on social media. When we have all of this information, we have a strategy and a plan that we can now implement for the next 90 days. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of our clients will see year over year 100, 200, 500% growth on Google Maps and local search volume, traffic, and even leads. We're very specific on who we work with, but if you don't have an agency or you're not doing this internally like this, you're missing out on a lot of keywords, a lot of traffic, and a lot of growth. I'm hoping that you found this useful. Either way, if you have any questions, shoot them by us. Thank you so much, and have a great day.